still very early on in our series and like us getting to know each other. And Greg started geeking out about Rent, and then I'm pretty sure we all started singing it. So fun.
You rocked the karaoke last season. That was so one of my favorite moments.
I was as an actor, I was terrified, but I actually think that was a good thing. So let's get my cheer for it. That's it? We just want to talk about karaoke?
Yeah, that's it.
So, let's talk about season 1, because I can't tell you a lot about season 2.
Okay. So Caitlin ended season 1 on like the biggest happily ever after, like ever, pretty much. So how doomed is she going into season 2?
Obviously the singularity is an issue, and they're going to have to deal with that, and hopefully they live happily ever after. I love Robbie, so it's great to have him on the show.
You talked about plot spoiling, and you can't really tell us anything. What's it like just to travel? Like, can you be seated next to a fan? How do you fend off questions from the public?
Everybody says, what spoilers can you give me? Like the TSA agent was like, what spoilers? I was like, I can't give you any, I'll lose my job. You know what, it's awesome. I love it. I love when fans say hi. I love that they're so excited and passionate about the show. Like, that's the good thing. When people want to talk to me about the show, they're never mad. They're not angry. They're just excited. So it's great.
So you get jammed up about plot lines while getting pat down at TSA?
I was like, I wasn't getting a pat down, but I was like, really? Like, I can't tell you anything.
Can you talk about the relationships that are going to be on the show now that everything, imploded with Wells? And so that was kind of like what Caitlin did. And
yes. And I think that's why, I loved episode, I think it was 19 so much, because you get to see her struggling with all of that and, trying to figure out, trying to come to terms with who Wells really is. What else was I supposed to talk about that I dodged?
I was just thinking kind of about the trust issues now. And
it's going to be different. Hopefully Star Labs doesn't get eaten up in the singularity, and we can get back to fighting better humans.
And then Caitlin can be in charge, maybe.
Maybe. I think, yeah. I feel like she might be a little bit bossy. I'm not sure they should let her be in there.
What was your favorite, relationships to play out during season 1?
Truthfully, all of them. I have such different relationships in person and also on screen with all of my co-stars, so it's great. It's been so amazing to get to know them better. I love, a lot of times it's 3, 4, 5 of us in Star Labs at once, so it's always nice for me. The first scene, the first scene of season 2 that we shot was a scene with just me and Grant, and that was a really nice day. It was, a great way to start the season. That's not bad. I didn't tell you anything. No, you're good. I did a scene with Grant. That's it.
Middle of the road.
Terrified. I'm literally terrified.
Well, it has to be hard to come out to something like this and be like, well, I'm in the show.
By the way, I wish you could have seen us standing outside the room, and I'm looking at Andrew, and I'm like, so what exactly am I supposed to say? What can I say? BS is all he gave me. I was like, just be vague. I think that was his explicit instruction, was just be vague.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but will Caitlin be sharing more scenes with Iris? We'd like to see more females together.
Yes, I would love to see that. I'm so glad that Iris knows Very Secret now. Yes, they will be sharing more scenes together.
So in the finale, we got our first glimpse of Killer Frost.
Yay.
And how is it to do that, that brief moment? And how do you feel about going forward with the idea?
It was awesome. I loved it. I'm so excited about it. I've been excited about it since I joined the show. So I can't wait to play Killer Frost. It was so cool to work on the costume, to work on the look. Mm-hmm. We did a lot of work on it, quite frankly. We started many months before, and the first wig we did was a pixie. We sort of collectively, one of the great things about film and television is the collaboration. There's so many amazing artists coming together, and so collectively we just, kept lengthening the wig and to that custom one that Sarah made, which is incredible. And, the makeup, we had so many different trials. That's the fun thing. You get to really explore, and, I felt very strongly about that she should have a navy lip, and some people wanted it to be totally whited out. So we tried it all, and we ended up with this really cool, you only get to see it so quickly specifically in the finale, but hopefully you'll get to see more of it and get to keep doing it.
No. Barry gets to have a new mentor. Do you get somebody to replace Wells? Or?
Who's Barry's doing?
He didn't say.
We don't know.
He was vague.
So we're following instructions. That's particularly big.
Does she know?
I don't know. So yes, I'm excited for Barry's new mentor. How's that? Hopefully, Caitlin will get to interact with him.
Whoever the theoretical person is that kind of comes in and fills those shoes, there's got to be a lot of mistrust. Like, how do you trust that person? How do you form an attachment? Because there was a really strong connection with Caitlin and Harrison. There was,
Yeah, absolutely.
it was
And
almost
so
like a
much history
father-daughter relationship.
Absolutely, yeah. And she meant so much. He meant so much to her because of everything with Ronnie. So finding out that he was the cause of it was really tough. Yes, I think it's gonna be difficult for anyone else to step in their shoes. The good news is we do have Stein and Victor Gerber in our world, so.
What's it like working with Victor Garber?
Oh my god, it's so cool. I totally geek out, and I love it. I feel very lucky, actually. We, get along well, and every day I go home, I call my boyfriend, I'm like, oh my god, I got to talk to Victor Garber today. He's the best. I'm excited. What else can you be?
Oh, yeah. Okay, thank you.
Tomorrow show coming up. Do you think we can cross over time,
I
especially like time
hope
traveling?
so.
Like, Frost show up on
I
that
would love
future
that.
version?
Ask that question to Andrew. Remind him that would be a great idea.